I'm Real Generic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 8, Volume 3. Now, this week, we have one tape. Now, I've tested these to see if there's any sound on them, to be honest with you, and there is. So we've got sounds here, but we haven't got anything on side B, so it's going to be short if we've only got those three programs, and it seems a little bit like that, but there's something special on there, so we're going to get to that. So, but we've got one, but I think we should go with an additional one, just in case. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here because you can't see the tape. There we go, that's better. So we've got a big K tape here, which has some classics on it. It has Attic Attack and Jetpack. And to be fair, I'm treating myself this weekend. I saw those and I thought, I'm playing those because I like Attic Attack, where you've got to sort of escape, and I like Jetpack as well. I think Jetpack's a fantastic shooter. So I'm treating myself with that. But I also found this one. Now, this one, when we're going to open it up, and I'll just shuffle those out the way for a second and we'll come back to them. If we open this one has a game called Road Race in it. Now, I think this is the free ocean game that was given away a while ago with the sort of, well, obviously, was it your Sinclair? And I was quite obsessed with it. It's a bit like Pole Position, but better. You just drive all down the road, getting to a checkpoint up a checkpoint, and I was very, very good at it. I remember certainly felt like it was very good at it anyway when I was a kid. I once got the inlays and things like that as well. So, got the tape. I don't know if there's anything on the other side, and I don't even know if that's on this side, but to be fair, I've rewound it and it looks like it's fine. Now, these little collection of games came from a chap called Ben Steele. Now, Ben sent these to me. Yeah, nothing in there, realistically. Nothing at all. Where's it been made? It's Memorex UK. I don't think it's been made in the UK, though. I doubt it somehow. Oh no, manufactured in the UK. What a surprise. It was actually manufactured in the UK. Yeah, these came from a chap called Ben Steele. Ben Steele got these as part of a large collection of games that he got from sort of a bundle he purchased, and they were just sort of there, and he knew that I love this kind of stuff, these kind of things. I quite like this that says Big K. And it says it's Taiwan there, copyright IPC magazine. So I'm guessing it was a free tape that was given away, an empty tape. And it's quite nice. It's just a basic tape, but I quite like it. I quite like that one. So Big K is that what we've got there. And this one is a Sony one. Now, as I said, the Sony one, it sounds like the side B hasn't got anything on it, which is a bit of a shame. But side A definitely does, because I've checked to see if there's some sound. So we got side A with some data on there, and side B with nothing on there. We have a few things written on the front, and we've got a few programs, but there's a bit of a surprise on here for you, so we can look forward to it. And it looks like they're home programs. From what I can read there, they seem like home programs. So, as I say, bit of a surprise. I don't know entirely what these are, so it'll be interesting. I'm going to guess basic programs from the past, probably type-ins that have been saved. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to give it a go. I'm going to see if the road race will last. So we're going to get this into a tape drive, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the tape is in the drive, and we're going to go with the old favourite. So we'll get out into basic, and it's load dit. Let's give it load dit agago. So load dit, or load speechbox, and let's push the button. Now this is the Sony tape. This is the one which was the C60, and this has something on it called Deg AF and 2C. I'm not sure what that means. And that's an R-tape error. That's a good start. That's what we like. I have actually just cleaned the tape drive as well. I had this kind of premonition that we may have problems, so I thought I'll give this a quick clean beforehand. Oh, sounds terrible. Let's have a look at the tape on that one. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Right, we're going to swap. We're going to save time already. We're going to swap straight to the other tape deck. Now, I have actually been. I've kind of, since the last few videos, I've swapped things around in the way that I do things on my desk. I bring the Spectrum out for these sessions. It does have pride of place on the shelf beside the whole thing, but I do have to bring it out and sort of set it up. Kind of reminds me of the old days, when we used to get your sort of Spectrum out, and there was only one telly in the house, or it certainly was in my house. There was one television in the house, and you used to get the Spectrum out, and you'd stick it in that one telly in the house, and and the whole family would have to. Sorry, I turned away from the microphone there because I was kind of pushing buttons at the same time. But we pushed we basically had the one telly, and you plugged it all in, and then you had to unplug it again and put it back in the box with all the polystyrene inserts. I'm surprised any of them ever survived, realistically, because of that. If I put that in upside down, let me just. Oh god, I'm having one of them. Yeah, I have to. I don't know how I managed to do that. I managed to put the Sony tape in upside down. So I was like, why is that rewinding for so long? Because we're only a few seconds worth. Right, this is the right side now that it's on. Yes, that's better. Okay, so let's press the play on there. Let's press the play on here, and fingers crossed that it works better from this tape. But we'll give it a try. Well, not such a strong. We'll see. Oh, it's got program nothing. That's fine. Oh, it's loading. We're loading. That's it loaded. Should we have a look at list first? Let's list it and see what's in there. Rem address. Okay. Hex 8 bits. It's a very short code. Now, I think this goes with what's actually on this tape. 8-bit hex. At whatever address. A1. Okay, I poked something to the address at that point. Does anybody recognise what this is meant to be doing? Is this adding address locations for machine code or something similar? I don't know. But that's basically what we've got there. Very exciting. Not. Is it machine code? Is it where we'd enter machine code into? Is this the address lining that it's poking into at that particular point? I don't know. Okay, let's go for the load. Let's go for. Actually, we'll go for a new first. So this is a as I said before, this is kind of a bit of a secret tape in the sense of what's on it, because there's something there. Did you hear it? There's voice. Listen. So if I push the play, we should hear something. Oh, hang on. It seems to be Radio 4. Let me just see if I can grab this and pull this around for you, and we can play it to you. And let's just do this. Oh, it's me rewound too far, I think. Sorry. Right. There.
Perhaps a little easier and more comfortable than it was before. In other words, a home computer must be more than a toy, it must surely be a tool as well. And with that thought in mind, I consulted 3 experts. Mike Bibby, the features editor of the magazine The Micro User, his identical twin, Pete Bibby, features editor of Electron User, and Jack Schofield, editor of Practical Computing, and asked them to explain why I should invest...
See, now, I looked at this before. I did actually do this, and it did have data in the beginning of it, but I think that's all the data that it has on it, funnily enough. Let me just see if there's any more. There's a man talking about accounting. That's very exciting. And that's it. So the whole tape is actually this radio, I think it's Radio 4, and it's from the day, back in the day. So what I'm going to do, I'll fast forward that actually a bit for you, and we'll have a little listen to some more of it. But what I'm going to do is I've got a way to get MP3s from it, convert it to an MP3. So what I'll do for you is I will convert it to an MP3, and then you can play it back to your heart's content and see if you can hear it, because apparently it has data blasts in it as well.
Individual to the person, you might find something like difficult, but more likely when they get hooked, someone like nurses will start using it for figuring out off-duty programs. Someone like who's into bird watching. I
don't know why there's like a whistle of a Spectrum noise over it. I just don't know about that, but there is clearly a whole TV or a whole radio show on here. It's a horrible background noise with it, but as I will record this for you. And add it as a link in the description below. I'm not going to do any more of that because it's horrible noise. But we will get that in below, and you can download it and you can listen to it yourself. I'm going to have a listen as well because it'll be interesting to see what that radio show was all about. So yeah, that was a pretty quick one, really. I was expecting a bit more. When I actually tested it before, I only listened to sort of like the beginning of it and went, oh, there must be more on it because I'd seen the sort of the options that were there, but. Clearly not, just those ones there. So we're on to already, on the other side of the tape, by the way, it's blank, absolutely blank, there is nothing on it, it's just empty sound. So we're on to the Big K tape, which I thought was kind of cool. Big K, and it was by, who's the magazine producer? IPC Magazines Limited. I think are they somebody big once upon a time? I suspect they were. So, without further ado, we'll get on to that one. Now, this one, we should know exactly what's on this tape. We should actually know what's here. It should be Attic Attack followed by one of my personal favourites, one of my favourite Spectrum games, Jetpack on the other side. So we've got Attic Attack and Jetpack with fingers crossed, followed by the Memorex tape with this game that I was looking at previously, this road race game. Now I'm sure it is just a cover tape, and I have to say I haven't seen it. I say I haven't seen it. A little bit lie there. I have seen it on the Spectrum for Sale site. Somebody actually created their own front cover for it and everything. So it looked really quite cool, if I'm honest. It looked really, really good. But I remember really loving it and really loving just the whole process of overtaking cars and doing the whole sort of whizzing down the road. So I'm quite excited to try it. I don't think I've got it amongst my cover tapes. I've got a lot of cover tapes. I've got an entire box full of cover tapes. In fact, if you're a retro gamer, there is the company Sore Thumbs in York, and Sore Thumbs had a post on at one point of some Spectrum games. They posted a sort of a batch of cover tapes, so I bought the lot. And as yet, they still sit. For those of you who know me well, I have a thing for piles. I like to think of it as chaos. Although I like to collect, I think the whole idea of sorting feels like work. So I have a bit of a problem, really. I kind of pile stuff, and I've still got this pile of cover tapes, and it's quite a pile. It's a good 30 centimeters or a foot tall. So of cover tapes, but I got it because it had the Covenant on it, and I wanted the Covenant originally, but I haven't been able to find a copy of the Covenant, and I saw that first on an Amstrad CPC, and I was kind of enamoured by it, and can't remember, other than enjoying the sort of size of the guy's bulky head and the fact that he flies around in some little orb type thing, little thing. I can't remember much else about it, but I do know that I need it for my collection. It's one of those games that I need. I haven't got round to finding it. I suspect that if I go having a little hunt again, another bit name dropping of other companies, I'll put links in the description below though to the Facebook page for Sore Thumbs, and then this one, the Retro Cavern. The Retro Cavern is great. He's got some good stuff, and they're very good collector's prices, which I always think is really good. If you're gonna sell retro, don't sell them reasonably, and this guy sells them reasonably. Lovely guy actually. I've dealt with him for probably the last 6 months, and I've had some good stuff from him in the last 6 months. I got a really big deal from him a while back, and I think I posted it all on my. I did post it on my channel actually. It's in my pickups. If you go to have a look at my pickups, it's down there. But I got really lots and lots of sort of Spectrum bits and pieces from him. So they're worth looking at. But now Attic Attack. This was one of those things, I was saying before about plugging in my computer and whatever else. This is the game where you plugged in the computer. This is where I was sat in front of the telly. It was one of those, do you remember those tellies when they used to come with a stand that stood on the floor with the four wheels and casters, that were on the floor, and then attached to the bottom of the television, and it was like a wooden frame round it, because like everything had to be in wood. It was like the 60s and 70s just spewed into the 80s, and everything had to be in wood. Well, we had one of those with a wooden frame round it, and obviously had to tune in the buttons themselves individually, not sort of let it do itself or all automatically as does it. So we'd have a Spectrum in front of him, a rubber key 48 key on the floor. I had after school. My parents gave me it was an hour, because obviously it was a family telly, so it was the only telly that we had in the house. So I got an hour to play Spectrum games. So the moment I got home, the moment I plugged it in, got it out, the old polystyrene inserts, got it out, plugged it in, got it on, tape on, straight on. Now I remember getting this game, and I think I got it on the weekend, and it was when we were still living. How old would I have been? Wouldn't have been that old. I think if I was 10, I would just be 10, if that makes sense at the time. So I got this game from the market, and we got a lot of games from the market. It was an amazing number of games. I remember seeing the cover as well. Sort of this loading screen featured on the cover. It was really, really good. So we got this game, got it home, and I just spent the whole hour on it, and then every hour after that until I managed to get to the point where that I could speedrun the entire first time round, because they changed the place of the keys in 9 minutes. And I was really impressed with that at the time. I was really good at it. It was really. I used to get, if I had my friends round and we were playing on the Spectrum, I would show them how I could get. We'd load Attic Attack. It was worth loading for, and then I would show them how I could. And here we are. It's actually loaded as well. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Quick sup of coffee. We've got the coffee on the go again. It's not my favourite because For some reason, people are buying up things again, and they bought my favourite coffee. So I'm on coffee brand B. It's not my favourite anyway, but we'll get a quick sup anyway. Oh, coffee's good. Oh, I love coffee. Oh, coffee is good. Right, okay, so the thing about this is, I don't know what it was with Ashby Computer Graphics. Which is ACG at the bottom of there, or Ultimate Play the Game, and now Rare. They always set up the keys as such a bizarre set of keys for this particular game. It's all in one row. It's Q, W, E, R, T, so QWERTY but without the Y, and then Z's to pick things up. Yeah, I'm standing here, you can't see me, but my arms are out stretched, and I'm going, why do that? Why choose those keys? Why? And I remember as well, this is one of the first games, I got a Kempston joystick when I went to my granny's house one time, and, not Kempston joystick, wrong. I got myself a Kempston joystick interface when I went to my granny's house, and I got myself a Kempston joystick, and I was delighted with that. When not Kempston joystick, sorry, a QuickShot 2 joystick. So QuickShot 2 joystick and a Kempston interface. I was absolutely delighted with that with my Spectrum. I must have reloaded games that I loved over and over again so that I could actually play it with the joystick. And you remember those old days? They were like joysticks were like. There was the arcade ones, which are sort of those ball ones or stick ones that were like that. And then at home, they made them look like some kind of fighter pilot joysticks with loads and loads of wiggle room on them, realistically, even though they were effectively digital, but with a lot of vast analog movement. But I used to love those kind of things. Anyway, sorry, I'm waffling and I'm not playing. Right, so we've got 3 characters here. Now, there's been a remake recently. In fact, there's another one on the way as well. There's a remake for the Commodore 64. It is on my channel. It really upsets me because it finally gives the Commodore a version of Attic Attack that is at least on par and probably better because they've remade it even better than the original Spectrum version, which is a masterpiece in its own right. And they're also doing an Amstrad version, which is on par with the C64 version, but with brighter colours, so that less palette. But it's just, it's upsetting, but at the same time as this is the original masterpiece. This is the classic they had to copy. They had to copy the Spectrum to get something that was that good. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to go with the Knight. Now, there's 3 different characters. A Knight can go through, basically the difference between them all is what weapons they throw around, what they look like, obviously, and what items, secret doors they can use. So the Knight could go through specific doors. So we've got the Knight, the Wizard, and the Serf. We'll go with that. And I always love the way that we got the sort of chicken as the sort of way to sort of do bits and pieces. So we got a little axe, and we got things food. Food is our health. Sorry, the axe is the chicken is our health. It goes down slowly as we go. And I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. I'm just trying to find the keys. We've been locked in this mansion way before Resident Evil did locking in mansions. So Resident Evil of the Spectrum, that's what it is. So, but way before Resident Evil locking in mansions, we had Attic Attack locking us in mansions. And the graphics are stunning, and the movement's stunning. I mean, the transition between sections is great. It's just so fast. It's just a lovely game to play. And I still love it to this day. Now, the Knights can go through. Press the Z key. The Knights can go through grandfather clocks, and I fell down a hole. No! And I'm down now another floor, so I don't know exactly where I am. Grandfather clocks. The Serfs can go through these barrels with 84 on. The Wizards can go through bookcases. And it basically allows you to go through specific places to cut corners. So you can go through here, and then you get something. Now, I can't remember what that's meant to be, that item, really. So it's shot us through to sort of secret routes for different ways. There is a map for this. And as I say, the first time you play it, everything is in the same location. So I'm eating too much of the food. One of the things I remembered as a kid, you've got to keep avoiding the food. Because if you eat it all now, you're in trouble. There's the first part of the key. So I need to get that. That's the ACG now. There are 5 parts to the key. I think it's no. The key is 3 parts long because it fits in your inventory to 3. Because you see under the scroll there, it's got my inventory. So it's 3 parts long. But there is a duff part. It looks like it's a bit of the key, but it's not actually a bit of the key. If that makes sense. So there's another bit. Oh my god, that's right. I think they're really easy to find initially. The other one is upstairs. I've got to get all the way back up. Right, that ACG. Ah, right, it says ACG there. See, there's a little thing on the floor that says ACG. That's the direction that we need to go for our thing. There is another remake of this as well. There's a 3-dimensional remake as well. And there's another one called. Is that the? And there's another one, Tic Tac or something similar. Not sure. Anyway, let's get these key bits over here. So we've got some food. Excellent. I think we need to just. There we go. Drop them keys off there. Right, we need to go upstairs, and I know the last part's upstairs, so we need to find the way upstairs. I need some food desperately. This is why I said not to eat all the food on the way by, but I did, so I've died. That's the perfect noise, that one. Absolutely brilliant. Right, we've done that way, we've gone that way. Let's see whether we can get... I might go through the grandfather clock here, down the bottom here, and we'll see if we can do it. If I do this in this game, you know... I mean, seriously, I can retire a happy man if I've actually finished Attic Attack in a single couple of lives. It's worth. Whoa, no. Which is. I just fire the axe all the time. By the way, if you've not noticed, it's just a continual stream of axe fire. Okay. Do. I've got 1 life left. Can we do it? Don't fall down there. Whatever you do. Oh, no. Right, okay, so must be a way up through one of these rooms. That's annoying. The doors bang shut like ghostly things. I love the way there's witches just loitering around the house as well, though. Okay, I'm going to come down this way, because this is going to take us to the... it's the red door, but is it going to take us... Is there a way up from here? No, because I've got this blooming thing in the way there. I can't believe I've got 2 bits of the key, and I just need the 3rd, and I can actually exit the building. I'm going to have to go down, aren't I? Or do you think there's another way that I didn't go when I was in that other room? I'm going to go back to that other room. If you're all shouting at the screen, then I'm definitely doing something wrong. I need to go up, that's the problem. I need to find another key, and I need to go up. But I'm going to try and not fall down the pits that are there, because if you fall down the pits, then you've got this sort of problem of having to find your way back again. So that's sort of the way it is. Can I go through there? That's not helped. That's where the other key was, which is handy to do. Green key. Yes. No. Oh, down. Down. Down again. Do we want to go down again? I want to go up is what I want to do. I think there's a set of stairs here. I know there's a back set of stairs somewhere. Oh. Lots of keys, nothing useful. Got a green key with me. Yellow key. Yellows and red keys. No yellow and red keys. There's a green key again. Let's go through here. There's a hunchback. Now he'll move out the way if you get a specific item against him. So there's like little people in this game that will do certain things if you do certain things to them. For instance, Frankenstein's will be destroyed by a spanner, which kind of seems obvious really, but that will be. A cross will keep Dracula at bay. I'm going to have to go down them stairs, them back stairs. Let's see if I can do it. I know for a fact the last part of the key is on the top level. I hope you're all willing me forward here on this. I know that I'm taking probably more time than I normally take on this, but after finding 2 parts so quickly, it's been a while. There's the devil. I think he's frightened. What's he frightened of? I can't remember what he's frightened of. He's frightened of something anyway. There's a lot of blooming... This is such a brilliant game, by the way. I mean, if you'd got this back in the I think it was 84 this came out. I might be wrong, by the way. I have a feeling it was 84. But if you got this in 84, you'd be absolutely delighted. You'd be the greatest kid on the block. It wasn't even an expensive game. I remember it not being a particularly expensive game as such. I mean, it was still. I think I spent £5 on it, $4.99. But yeah, it wasn't an expensive game. Oh, damn you! But it's a good game. It's an amazing game. It's one of those games with the right level of difficulty. It's driving you forward all the time. I'm not happy. We're not happy here at all. Let's go up here. I'm not doing well, you know. Not finding the keys. It's the keys that are killing me. There's the spanner, as I was talking about before, or the wrench. Because obviously you can undo Frankenstein if you've got Frankenstein's the spanner of not Frankenstein. It's the monster. Sorry, Frankenstein was the creator. There's Dracula. He just appeared in there. You could tell that there was a tasty night, and there he is. There's the big man himself. Let's see if we can get the spanner, and I'll show you. Here he is. I don't think he runs away from me. I think he just dies. There, gone. Extra points. Ran into him, killed him instantaneously. Oh, the doors are killing me here. I just don't know where the keys are for it, because again they're randomised as well. So the building is pretty much. Oh yeah, we have keys. We have keys. I am completely lost though in my location. We've got keys, and I can probably will be able to. If I can get back up to the beginning, I'll be all right. But I don't know where I am now. Green key. Need to get out of the basement and other dungeons and get back up again. I think if you pick up the bottle of poison there, by the way, it does keep you poisoned. There's Dracula. Off we go. We're ploughing our way through here. I'm glad I chose this tape as well, because I was thinking to myself that I would like a tape. Right, if I go upwards, this should take me back to the beginning. Come on. There we go. This way. Stairs. Yes. I'm back where I'm going. Back where the stairs are. So that's the fake key part right there. You see it? That thing there is the fake key. It's not what we're looking for. Where are we at? Oh, I'm dead. Look at this time. 9 minutes. Oh, 1 life left. And we're running out of food in the house because they left candy everywhere, because that's what they do, all the sweeties. Very Americanism there, wasn't it? Candy. Should be able to get through it that way. I don't care, I'm going in. No! Not where I was expecting to be. Yep, it's alright. There's something that gets rid of him. I can't remember what it is. It's like Igor the Hunchback or something similar. Maybe you have to throw Esmeralda at him or something similar. You make him jump for bells or something? Don't know. Just thinking about the game, you know, the Hunchback game. There must be a way to get rid of them. Right, okay, we're going. Oh, this is annoying. I don't even think I've gone far enough up. That's the other problem here. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of food. We're up. No, we're up to where I was. I wonder if we can get through any further down around here. Come on. Key. It's got to be there. I wonder. That's green. Blue. Duh. Okay, back to the start. I think somebody will watch that and go, yep, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going back around on myself here. I've not got upstairs, that's the problem, and I'm running out of health. There's little or no health left. I've got little or no food. Wonder if there's any in there. No, there isn't. Let's go. There's some. Quick. Oh, that was so close. I'm hoping this is the way up. Yes, this is where I want to be. I'm sure of it. No, it's maybe not the way up. Maybe it's the way down. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's not where I want to be, I don't think. It's definitely upstairs. I need more red keys and yellow keys. I can tell, you know, if somebody played just some of the sound effects to me, I would know exactly that whether or not, you know, I would know exactly what this was any time this game. It's got for me, it's got a distinctive sound as well. It's really good. I say, I'm sorry for playing for so long, but I thought I'd enjoy myself for a few minutes and see what's going on. I'm close to death, though. That's the problem. Yeah, if you pick that up, well, it poisons you, I think. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, I thought it did. I'm talking rubbish. It probably gets rid of somebody then. Maybe it's for the maybe the hunchback drinks. I don't know if he's a heavy drinker or not. I've never asked him. Going around circles now. Oh, 71% as well. I was so close to everything. Wow. Wow, that was good fun.
I enjoyed that.
Right, okay, we're on side B. Let's just make sure it's rewound. Let's do that. Great game. 1983 it was. Gosh, so early in the Spectrum's lifetime as well. Amazing. I'm rewinding it, but you know something? There could have been something after that one. I didn't even check. Let's just go on anyway, though. And we'll see if there's anything after this one. After this, we've done this one. Just in case. I was considering the collection this has came from. Everything seems to be exactly what's written on it, if that makes sense. So when they've said they've had one game on one side, they've had one game on one side. When they've said they've had whatever it is on one side, they've had that whatever it is on one side. So this is one of my all-time favourite shoot 'em ups. I really love Jetpack, and I know they've remade it recently where you can redefine your keys, and there's a remix that basically moves the platforms around to make it a little bit more interesting and improve some of the graphics slightly. I've got to try it before I can make any kind of comment about it, because this for me is one of my absolute favourites. I love Jetpack. I think Jetpack's really, really good. I think when I was a kid, if I'd seen it and it had the words Ultimate Play the Game on it, that was me. I was all over it. I knew that I was going to get a quality game there. But where they lost me is when we went on to when they got more expensive. As one of the other reasons they lost me as well was when they got more expensive and they put them in the big boxes, which are really, really good. And I wish I'd had the money as a kid to have them. That's where they lost me, when they got those big black boxes with the beautiful. They were just stunning. I remember seeing people. I'm just so envious of people with those. They were just really, really brilliant. I've got quite a few of them now myself, but actually, to be honest with you, I do love Ultimate games. I think they're absolutely brilliant. But you knew you were going to get quality with Ultimate games. That was the thing. You knew that they were going to be good. Even though I'm not a fan of isometric particularly, I don't mind it. I'm just not a massive fan of it. It's actually, that's such a lie, really. I'll tell you why in a second. But you knew you were going to get quality even with their isometrics and all the other bits and pieces. And this is just one of these great games as well. Jetpack. This is a single cassette job. There's 2 variants, I'm told. My friend Daryl's a great collector. He tells me there's 2 variants, and I think he's shown me the second variant actually, off the top of my head. But yeah, and the reason why I lie about isometrics and that I don't like it, I love Diablo, and Diablo is an isometric. Without a doubt, it's an isometric. It's kind of the angling and whatever else is. The other thing I love about Jetpack, it's 16K. It's a 16K game. And it's just brilliant for 16K. For me, it's like Sir Lancelot. That's a great game for a 16K. That's really good. Right, quick coffee, because I've been chatting and I need a drink. Oh, coffee is great. I love coffee. I couldn't live in a world without coffee. Coffee's brilliant. Another 1983 game as well. Right, okay. See if I can remember the blooming keys. Let's see if I can remember the keys. So, wrong button. Yep. Right, there we go. Right, so basically we're a little spaceman. We're on an alien planet, and we have to put together our spaceship because it broke apart in landing, and then we have to refuel it so that we can get to the next level. And I think it's 8 sets of fuel you have to put into it. Anyway, so it just refuels like that, and you can see it goes magenta. And there's little bonuses, and you get points for shooting stuff. And like most Ultimate games, I just hold the finger on the fire button. I But I love his laser. I think his laser looks brilliant. The way it shoots across the screen, it just looks blooming awesome, doesn't it? A sort of stream of coloured light going across. It's just brilliant. I know they're meant to be meteorites, but I always thought they looked like meatballs. You know, Swedish meatballs or something like that, maybe? No? Just me then. Yeah, I think one of the other things they fixed is they made his little jetpack thing there go red as well, so it's sort of coloured. And our last one, I just landed straight in it. You normally just drop it over the edge and whatever else it is, but yeah, you fly along, you shoot things, and you do it. And I think it's every 4 levels it loops. I can't remember, but I really like Jetpack. It's just a great little single screen arcade shooter, and it does the job. It does exactly what it's meant to do. It's alright. I'm just what am I doing? Blooming fingers and brain there, not engaged. Shot a lot of them there. Right, okay. He automatically drops it, by the way. I just couldn't get my fingers on the keys for a second there. I always thought there's really tough levels on this when we get to it. I hate it when they land just there though, just off the screen. Never got to the. I don't think I ever got to the final ship. I always kind of struggled to get to the final ship, the final sort of thing. This appeared on other machines though as well. This is on the BBC, I believe. I don't know if it appeared on the Commodore 64. I don't think it appeared on the Amstrad CPC. Not a lot. Amstrad CPC was one of those very unlucky computers. It's actually a very good, competent computer, but because it was so close to the Spectrum's architecture, i.e. the Z80 processor, a lot of the stuff got ported over. Unfortunately, it was ported over badly. Nowadays, you wouldn't count for that, would you? I mean, if you talk about today's modern-day consoles or computers, everybody would expect the thing to run properly, you know, not problematically and whatever else. It's no matter what version of hardware it actually was on. But back then it wasn't the case. You know, they could port it over, and it was pretty awful, unfortunately, for the poor Amstrad and users. But it was very much a machine built to a specific sort of price point. A very much a machine that was built with a specific way in mind. I.e., it was going to be easy. You plugged it in. It was all simple. You know, plug it all in, and it just works. And even if the key factor was that the cursor keys would allow you to move the cursor around the screen on the basic screen. That was actually one of the stipulations from Alan Sugar, that you could actually move the cursor around with the cursor keys no matter where. And that's quite funny really if you think about it, because it's basically, it doesn't, moving cursors around on a cursor around the keyboard has no bearing on anything at all. Right, we're going to try and see if there's anything after this tape. I don't think there will be, and then we might be on to Road Race. This might be a very short tape, but you've got all of that stuff to listen to from the other tape, and we'll see what there is. So we'll go with the old load it again, and we'll push the play button, and we'll see. Doesn't sound like. I don't think there will be anything. I'll be utterly amazed if there is. Oh, there is. Oh no. Oh, maybe. What's this? Oh, it's just Jetpack again, right? Okay, so Jetpack's recorded twice, so we'll not worry about Jetpack recorded twice. So that's the big K tape. We've gone through the big K tape. That was quick, actually. That was quite quick. To be fair, you wouldn't have got Jetpack on that a second time, looking at how far through the tape it is. It's not something that'll do it. Right, okay, we have this thing that's called Road Race. Now, I'm really quite looking forward to this one. If it is what I think it is, which it might not be, because I've often been confused by the things that I actually end up with. It's funny how your brain works, though, when it comes to sort of nostalgic things. I think a couple of weeks ago I played a game called Bullseye, and it was obviously it's darts terminology, Bullseye as in darts, Bullseye, not Bullseye as in the TV program. But my mind instantaneously associated the word Bullseye with you can't beat a big bully, and I instantaneously thought of the TV program rather than darts. Isn't that weird? I think that's kind of weird. I think nostalgia is one of those weird things. But yeah, I definitely associated it wrongly, obviously, but I definitely associate it in that way. No, that's not reading there. Right, okay, we're going to pop that into the other tape drive and give that a blast because we can turn the volume up on that. Often the problem is that the old Spectrum plus 2 that I'm using, there's just no way to adjust the volume on it. So sometimes giving it a bit of a turn on the volume up a bit allows it to hear it more clearly, and we can go from there. Sorry, I'm pushing cables in. Sorry about that. I'll try not to put the tape in upside down this time around as well. Let's do that. That's in there. Let's press the play on there. And let's press the play on there. 2 tapes to do it. And we'll see if this does it. Come on. Yes. I remember being really obsessed with this. I have a feeling that what actually happened to it for me was it got broke. I think I broke the tape, and if it is what I'm thinking it is, I never got to play it again after that. I can't even remember the loading screen, or I might remember it when I see it. It'll be exciting, this, actually. This could be it. I don't know. I'm just excited if it is. If it is what I think it is. If it's by Ocean, then that's it. And it was a special release. It is Ocean. It was an Easter gift. That's the one. This is the game. So it's like a Formula 1 racing game, and I'm really quite excited, to be honest with you, to see this again. I've not seen this in a very long time, and as I say, I remember being quite obsessed by it. But this is where memory will serve you badly. You get on it, and it's like rubbish. It's just the worst racing game you've ever played. But I remember feeling it was very arcadey, thinking it was better than Pole Position, which I'd obviously played as well on the Spectrum. I have that somewhere, but it's one of them fast loader ones, and they tend to be a bit difficult to load. It's a bit Strange Loop as being always the one that comes to mind when it comes to fast loaders. Strange Loop. I think I've said it before in previous videos, but Strange Loop I've seen like once or twice in my entire life, sort of loaded. It's just unbelievably horrendous to load on a Spectrum. It just hates everything about everything, and you need the wind has to be blowing in the right direction to get that particular game to load, no matter how fresh the tape is. I don't know how you wonder how those things got out of the factory. I'm sure there was a second version released as well, a second re-release or something similar that fixed some of those issues. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. An Easter gift from Ocean. Oh, thank you, Ocean. Happy Easter at Christmas. Well, nearly not Christmas quite yet, but it's more October-y time coming up shortly anyway. So not Christmas, Easter, but anyway. And it's amazing to find that this is somebody's actually made a special copy of this, because it wouldn't be one of my first choices to make a copy of as such. Right, quick sip of coffee while we wait for this to load for a second. Oh, that's good. Not good as good as the normal stuff, but it's not bad. It wasn't bad at all. Oh, I love coffee. Oh, right. It's been a nice day, actually. I've been looking forward to doing this video, actually. That's why I spent a little bit extra time on the Attic Attack there. So you have to forced to look at some of the forced. You came here voluntarily. You know you did. The watching sort of a little bit of me playing. I'm so disappointed though. I didn't find it. I got 71% through it. I did really well. Got a lot of the rooms done. I don't know what I was missing there though. I think I needed some red keys, and they were probably down in the basement, unfortunately. And I needed a red key or a yellow key to get through those doors to get right up there, unfortunately. I think that was my big issue. Funnily enough, I never mapped Attic Attack. I've just played it so much that I actually knew where things were, or could explore every single room really quickly. Either that was fluke. It's one of the two. But I always felt I had sort of a good understanding of the level design, and I could work my way back, and I was starting to feel it there when I was playing that. I found my way back again to the same places, and as I say, the only place that's different is upstairs, which has like this unique one single room in the centre that kind of interconnects to 4 other rooms, which is kind of hard to explain. But if you imagine sort of the front side of a Rubik's Cube, and you've got a corner, bottom corner, and then you've got in the centre, you've got the centre of the thing. It was basically interconnected to that, and this is the game, by the way. It is the game. I don't know what I'm pressing though. Oh, to find keys. Press space to select next option. It is the game. It is the game, by the way. Look at the position, 600 and whatever. Space for next option. And then enter to select. Left, right, brake, throttle. That's it, I'm ready to go. So, space for next option. This is the game. Got to get to 650th to qualify, so it's very much Continental Circus, maybe? I'm ready. Go. I don't know why I like this, by the way. If you've seen it before, I'm going to get overtaken. Oh, you got touch. Oh, that's the thing you have to do as well. You have to hit throttle twice to change gear. Oh, I loved this back in the day. So I've got to get to 600 and, what was it, 630th? So we've got to keep overtaking cars as we do it. It's not very high tech. I just liked it. Oh, I'm so excited. There we go, you stay over there. Okay, here we go. I rather like this game. I really did like this back in the day. So sad, aren't I? This is the thing though. Cover tapes are brilliant, weren't they? Because you kind of got, you sometimes got demos, and then you sometimes got games that you were, that you wanted. I'm not going to make this, am I? What did I have to get to? Was it 680th? Oh, I made it 680th. If that's what I was meant to do. Or was it 650th? I can't remember. If it was 50th, we still have a chance. Oh, I've left the tape running. Sorry about that. Yes, squeeze past them. Bit of control on the old throttle there. It's just like Formula 1. I bet you're watching this going, it's just like Formula 1. Did I lose then? Wow, what was I meant to get at? I can't remember. Was it 630th? I think it was 630th, Oh, no, I did. 610. So I qualified. So 610. Oh, not far then. And go. So it's a bit like Continental Circus. If you've ever played Continental Circus, you've got to get to certain positions to continue on. It's not entirely about winning the race. It's about moving up the positions until you get to... about moving up the positions until you pass all the necessary cars. I'm enjoying this. Sorry, I've gone a bit silent on you, but it's because I'm quite enjoying the game. So I've got to get to 610 to do the next, qualify for the next. Just on that. Yeah, here we go. 625. Come on, we can do it. 610 is the way we want to be, but if you could do better on Continental Circus, so if you would need to be 60th position, say, and you got to 55, that would save you time with the next time you were sort of playing it. It was kind of cool.
that way. Oh! There we go. We're going for it. There's a way to do it. There's not very much in the way of graphics, though. I mean, it's just the rear end of the car. There's no turning graphics or anything like that. It's just, they must have knocked this up in like a couple of days, I reckon, you know, at Ocean Headquarters or something similar. Maybe they had it as... Yeah, maybe they did. Ocean Headquarters, they knocked it up in a couple of days, but I still think it's really cool. Especially for a freebie. And I spent ages playing this. I was quite obsessed by the... I don't know why I was obsessed by it. I just like the arcade nature of it, I think. And it's quite easy, because if you've noticed, I'm actually doing alright for me on this. So it actually did alright there, look. That's helped us get there, qualified, well and truly. I thought I was disqualified a moment ago, but I know it's qualified. So I only need to get a few more places. I only need to get 26 places now, because I've done so well on that last one. I made up loads of time. Go! Here we go. I don't think there's anything particularly difficult about it either. I think it's quite easy. But I don't think I've got a copy of this in my cover tape collection, which is really bizarre. I didn't think anybody really went and kept loads of copies of it. I suppose if you're an Ocean collector, you might have done, because it would only have appeared like this, as far as I'm aware. Certainly, that one that I saw on Spectrum for sale would suggest that it was, because somebody had actually created their own cover and their own inlay and their own graphics for it. So I would suggest that. By the way, this is the slippery level. When I'm moving across the road on this level, because it's sort of icy or snowy out there, it's actually sliding right across the road. So when I move, it like moves several bits across the road. So there's actually even mechanics involved in that. Wow. Yeah, so there's mechanics involved in sliding across the road on this level. I can't remember what I had to get to. Was it 670? It was, wasn't it? 670. Oh, well and truly done that. I remember liking this so much because I could actually... get so far along without actually having to do an awful lot in the way of sort of, you know, the overtaking and the bits and pieces here. I was quite good at doing that, getting past these parts. Oh! And so, oh, look at this! Absolutely flying here. If I can get a few more, I'll be really chuffed. See if I can get past a few more. I'm delighted with this. Been so long since I played it. Definitely have to find a copy of it now. There you go. I'm well and truly qualified. I think I've almost qualified for the next one without even doing that. I think I already qualified for it. Qualifying for mission 530. I'm only 22 away. Now we're on sort of like Space Planet or whatever it is. I don't know think it was a game you can... I don't know if you can beat it. If that makes sense. I don't know if it's a game that you beat like that. Here we go. Whoa! I really like this game. Sorry all. Wow. Forcing you to watch me play. Well, actually, it's what happens every week, isn't it, really? Depends on how good you are at it. I've actually really enjoyed this one. I also like the scores, because it's quite a nice high score you could get on it. I get really high scores. I remember doing that as a kid, really enjoying getting very, very, very high scores on it. This must have been the best Easter gift ever for the Specky for me. Oh, swinging past them. Yeah, we're well and truly past them this time around. Look at this. Well, it's truly passing them. Wow, look at this. Really, 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 really. What was it? 530 was meant to get to this level, and we're at 516. Brilliant. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I did so well there. I wonder what I've got to get to next. It's 500. No, 548. Oh, right, okay, so it's actually got harsher there. I've got to take 30 positions in this next one. We're just going through levels. I'm flying through levels here. Well, let's see if we can do this one. I think this one's going to be the one. This is going to be the level that tests me, I think. Because there's no side of the road either, so you can't see very easily. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, that came up fast again. Yep, that came up fast again. I'm already quarter of the way through it, and I'm barely eating into that number that I need. Spectrum was brilliant, wasn't it? When you were a kid, it was brilliant. This is a wicked machine. So much potential. I mean, the thing is, even if you couldn't, even if when we had cover tapes and we had type-ins as well, we had books. I remember going down to W. Smith's and buying your Sinclair user typing book. That taught me so much about it. One of which was never to trust what was printed in the book, because quite often the blooming things were broken. So it was a bit of a nightmare, really. So, oh. Sorry for the background noise. My son's just gone through and grabbed some kind of toy from the back there, which makes lots of noise, and he knows better than to do that, unfortunately. Right, we're just going to concentrate on the road. We're going to ignore the background noise, and we're going to go for it. Here we go. He's brought all his toys down in a massive pile. He's been piling. I tell you what, he's taken after his dad. He's been piling. But he's been piling in my room. I guess that's probably the best place to pile, really. So yeah, he's been piling my room. I'm running out of time and running out of positions and running out of space to race on here. I am never going to get another 10 people in this last bit, am I? I don't think. Oh, mind you saying that. Look at this. It's close. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I'm so close. Am I going to miss it by 1? Oh my god, I missed it by 3. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Disqualified finally after that. To be fair though, what a long game that'll be. If you've got to go down from, what was it, 680 you start at, right the way down. Still a brilliant game though. Look at that. I loved that. I was really keen on that back in the day. Right, let's see what else is on the other side of the tape. But I think, as I say, this person is very, very accurate with what they actually put on things. So we'll have a little look see if we can find something on the back of there. We'll get the old load dit going again, and we'll see if there's anything else there. But you've got, as I say, you've got a lot to listen to on that piece, that recording. From what I saw, because it wasn't rewound when I got it. It went right to the end of the tape, so you've got at least 30 minutes worth of Radio 4 and the BBC and whatever else it was that was on there, so quite interesting, really. Oh, here we go. There might actually be something recorded on here, though. We got some background noise there, some background hum. Ooh! That wasn't what I thought it was going to be. That sounds like data for some other kind of computer. Doesn't sound like Spectrum, that's for certain. Let's fast forward that and see what else we got on here. Well, that sounded more specky. That sounded more specky. Let's fast forward again. Alright, okay, we've got a gap now. We'll see if there's anything after this. It didn't have levels to load, I can promise you that particular game. It definitely didn't have levels to load. Oh, nothing there. I think that's it. Oh, well, that's the conclusion of another episode. Well, that was alright, though. We enjoyed ourselves with that one. I certainly enjoyed myself. We got 3 games out of it and some kind of weird hexadecimal editor. And, of course, we had the BBC. So we had those ghosts from the past, those things that we haven't heard for a while. I was thinking that the other day. I was thinking we haven't heard anything from the past for a while. We haven't had somebody's voices sort of distantly in the distant past sort of appearing. But anyway, that was really good. I enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.